Pinion on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Ready. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Squeeze, double. Tighten up. Check. Anyway. Right there. 54, right there.
Now Haskins on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
Now it's Carson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
What we got?
Third down. Here's Haskins. He's airing it out for Williams. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Check. 53.
Following the interception, Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Mike, 53. Mike. Watch the screen.
To throw is Winston. And this is incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And that'll make it third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On second down, here's Haskins. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They run it with Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
At the 24-yard line. Come on, set. Switch the outlaw. Go. Tight go.
On second down, it's Carson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Letting one go. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Mike Williams there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
The first down throw for Winston. This complete to Jones.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, Allen. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 29, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Hey, flip. 53, Mike, 53. Watch.
From the gun, Winston. He completes it to Jones. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins, he's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 2nd and 2, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Back to you. Check. 6. Check. 53.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Haskins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver, Penalty flag had to come out.
Hey, watch the slant. Shift.
On the delay, here's Carson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Check. Walk 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's what I do. You got tight.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On 2nd and 10, Haskins. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Mike 54. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Oh, and Myers left that one out there. It's no good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Coming to you. Wait. Let's go. Hey, we got 53. Mike 53.
On play action, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. That one good for 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got it first and goal at the 7. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 7 yards away as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Metcalf once again the target. That'll bring up second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He'll find Metcalf. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? This is Jennings. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Haskins now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Draw play. This is Carson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second down and 4. Haskins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Don't pull this Haskins pass. Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
I'm coming. 57. Easy. Watch QB drop. Let's go.
First down, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Winston. Steps away to his left. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Winston now from the 50. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Easy. 53's the mic.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready. Black 25 behind. 53. Now watch one. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Where do we go?
From the 39, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is Jones, and he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Carson, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Pick it up, pick it up. Hey, keep on, try it. Check Mike 57.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Winston now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Haskins to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Elsewhere, 2nd half is underway up in Orchard Park. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Room here to run. 30. 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big run there by Jones, and even 60 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Get the ball. Check 26, check 26. Hey, Mike. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 57's the mic. Watch 57. We ain't giving up. Let's go.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down. Here's Haskins. And Jennings has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. When you put up a token press, make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Second and 10 now. Haskins. And that's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And it's caught by Herndon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Looking to throw, Haskins. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Haskins, this one into the hands of Metcalf. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is Carson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They run for it with Carson, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. On 2nd down, Wall, and that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back near his own goal line, Winston. And they work this out past the 25. That one good for 24 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Haskins will throw. This is caught at the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
All day. All day. Come on. Sunday.
Again, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Flip. Green, double thing. Mike 57. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Too little, cut. Easy. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Wait up.
Throwing, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the return that time. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They're all through now, by the way, in the Meadowlands. And it was the Packers able to come away with a victory. A win would be their first of the young season. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for Tampa Bay, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.